Bayern Munich with the 4-0 win over Benfica. Completely dominant with all the goals coming in the second half and a brace from Leroy Sané. Some lovely goals there. You have to ask yourself right now, can anyone stop them as we welcome in Jan Aage Fjortoft. What did you make of their latest performance in the Champions League, Jan?
It was a great performance, playing away from home against Benfica, very experienced in the European Cups, but from the first minute, they were the better team. Two VAR situations took away the goals, but then they did as they did against Leverkusen, although they now did it in the second half, scoring 4 Leverkusen. They scored 5, as you remember, but they were on fire. And on my man of the match, Leroy Sané, he scored, as you said, a fantastic free kick goal. Then he made that 4-0 and even made a great assist for Lewandowski's goal. Been a bit under criticism in the beginning of the season, but now he's back to his best. And Coman came on today as well because they were missing Goretzka and Davis, different players that would have probably been in the starting 11, but they were on fire and they don't concede goals. They have match winners all over the pitch. Benfica had one great chance and Manuel Neuer made a fantastic save again, as he's used to, because it's hard to also be a goalkeeper for Bayern Munich because you don't get a lot of chances against, but then you have to be there. So Bayern Munich were terrific again tonight.
But you know what, Jan? They are not the favourites with the odds makers. Now, they are second favourites to win the whole thing and to win the Champions League, but that's behind Manchester City. Where do you put their chances?
I think that's fair. Manchester City, I mean, what Manchester City and Bayern Munich have in common is that they are very clear way they want to play. You can see Bayern Munich, it's with that speed, it's with counter-attacks, but they can still calm down and keep the ball in the team. The defense will stand high. They will pressure the whole teams. And Manchester City as well, they look like the real thing. The problem with Guardiola, of course, is that he has never won the Champions League, as he knows, as he's remembered anytime outside Barcelona, the safe garden of Barcelona. So I think that is fair to say those two teams are that up there. What is interesting with Bayern Munich, I guess that is the team that they haven't invested so much in the team this season. So it's an experienced team, but still they have like the young lads in their team that is now going into central roles of the team. So I think the punters this time would make it right.
Meanwhile, on the receiving end of a 4-0 drubbing yesterday were Borussia Dortmund against a brilliant Ajax side. What's going on with Dortmund, Jan?
I was sitting in a German studio yesterday, and I said before the game, I said that Dortmund is not as good as they look like because they're conceding goals for fun in the Bundesliga. Not only Greuther Fürth and Bochum have conceded more goals, but they've been lucky meet good to have match winners in the team, scoring goals enough to just close to Bayern Munich at the table. But Ajax, that was a fantastic performance of Ajax. We've seen this before. They went all the way. They should have probably been in the final. Remember that semi-final against Tottenham where they should go there. And the Brazilian Anthony was fantastic. And they're coming Gruvenbach. I'm not sure if I pronounce this correct, but there's so many talents in there. Yes, Ajax could go. I'm not saying all the way, but they can also go a long way this season. The problem for Ajax, which has been for a couple of generations, when they have a great team, they are sold off. And that is the sad thing and good thing about being at Ajax, that you will always lose the team and then you have to start all over again. And the good thing about Ajax, and the same as last night, when you look at Ajax, you just see the Ajax of the 70s, 80s, 90s, going into a new period, the last 20 years. And as you can see on the table now, with 9 points, and they got Dortmund away in the next game, if they can avoid a loss there, they are more or less already through.
I mean, you say that. Erik ten Hag has lost those players, like you talk about the players going. Frankie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, Ziyech, Donny van de Beek, and look what he's doing with them. They're playing great football as well. Top of the league, top of their group here in Group C. They completely outclassed Dortmund. It would be hard to get a bet against them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what we should learn of them is that they've been very loyal since the Johan Cruyff times for 50 years ago. You know how they want to play, and it's not like it's easier, but it's easier because they're always looking for the same type of player. If you see this Ajax team, comparing with a team that won or were in the semi-finals of the Champions League and unlucky was knocked out there, you can still see the defined role that they are in the team. You can see who got a De Ligt role, who is the De Jong role, who is Van de Beek role, and so on and so on. And we know that if they get these players sold, okay, then they need a couple of more seasons, then they will build up something again. So when you see all the money being spent in and around English football, you would think that they could learn a bit from teams like Ajax, because if you mix that with money, you have a golden formula.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.